Fantastic. Let's move on to the next one. Starting to go through these quite well now. Let's the next one is cheek puff, which is effectively if he's eating something. So we'll go cheek puff dot L. And this one here, basically, we'll just select a point. Oh, I'm going to need to unhide things now. Proportional editing on, of course. And puff those cheeks out really big and move them forward. Cool. Now you can go over the top of the cheek puff because we will just slide it around. You can see that's the cheek puff. So we'll bring that up once again. New shape from mix. Cheek puff dot R, and that will be the right, and this one here will be the left. Cool. So you can imagine that this would be him chewing on something, just moving it in and out. If you want to complete the entire chewing animation, you would also have this this part of mesh going up and down as well. So it's sort of a roundy motion. That does require a few more shape keys. We won't go into those at the moment. By all means, feel free to create as many shape keys as you wish. So moving on, we will now move up the face, above the nose. We're going to go to squint. So we're going to go squint dot L, and effectively it's just a squint. So they're getting a lot faster to go through this now that we've got the lips out of the way. Ignore it when it says none down there, that's just when I accidentally hit caps lock. Alright, so that's a squint. It will combine with the top of the eyes, which we will cover when we do the brow. So let's go new shape from mix. Blend will be right. This will be squint dot R. This one will be left. Fantastic. Let's keep going. Now that we have all of those out of the way, we can. All we've got left to do now is we've got to do the eyebrows, and we also have a couple more to do on the lip. Now we're going to be doing top lip up, as well as there's a few more, which is FV. So that's the bottom lip touching the teeth. The only time you ever really use it is for the F and V sound. Like you can't really do it without the bottom lip touching the top teeth. And there's the O and the E shape. It just helps with the phonemes. So let's go and do, we'll leave the eyebrows for now. We'll go start on the lips again. Let's go top lip up. Add a new one. Top lip up. Probably should have done that while we're at the lips, but that is okay. Alright, so that's a bit of an extreme position, but as you can see, we just go up to about there, and then if you do need it, go the rest of the way, that's fine. Now, bottom lip down was pretty much covered with the pout. Yeah, we'll just leave it at the pout for that one. So we can now move on to the FV shape. Now if you make the FV shape enough times, you'll notice you actually move your jaw backwards when you do it. Well, I do anyways. Looking at people, what a lot of people actually do. So we're going to select the entire jaw, we're going to rotate it slightly, and move it back a little, just about there, and make the lip touch the top teeth. Preferably don't have it go through the bottom teeth, but that's not a big issue. We can fix that later, of course. So there we go, we've got a nice F shape. Cool. It's like a feather. Just make that sound while you're doing it, it'll definitely help. That is pretty much what my mouth looks like at the moment. Yeah. Maybe not quite so wide. But that is perfectly fine. So that's our FB. Let's move on and we will create the most difficult shape out of the entire shapes, in my opinion, and that is the O. Because this is a cartoon character, we're going to make this just a little bit exaggerated. But effectively, this is like the ooh sound. So ooh, you look in a mirror, you stick your lips in front of you in like this circle. They do come in at the sides a little, but for cartoons they tend to be almost straight on. So the easiest way to do that is we will move it out to roughly where we want it to be. Scale it down on the Y. Move it out just a little bit more. We want to be about this far out. And obviously not that wide. Can you see why it's a difficult one to do yet? So I definitely suggest spending a little bit of time on this one. Generally it's only in view for about, a quarter of a second, but nevertheless we want to get it to look right. So you can go Shift-Alt-S if you turn off X mirror and proportional editing before you use Shift-Alt-S. This didn't really work too well. Alright, so we're almost done here. I'll show you in a minute how to get the more cartoony style. But first we need it to get at least slightly realistic. Alright, that is our ooh shape. Alright, so to get the cartoon look, basically what you do is you select So we're going to add this in a new shape. We're going to go O2. I'm not particularly going to. Let's go to new shape from mix. Yeah, there we go. You get these two, SY0. Bring them out. Make sure you turn off proportional editing. And use Shift-Alt-S to make them into a circle. Easy as that. Alright, so if I just select this one, and scale it back along the Y, but get rid of that one, and bring this one here back out a bit. You can see you get a much more circular result, and that is what you tend to see in cartoons. Something similar to that anyway. Okay, so let's remove that one. We're just going to use this one at the moment. Relatively realistic. Where's my other one? Got a bit in here somewhere. There it is. So you can see this bit was a little too far away. So I'm just going to edge slide that one in so it's very close. And just move it back a little. There we go. That'll just sharpen up the inside a little. Cool, that is fantastic. So now we've just got one shape left to do for the mouth and the lower face. And that one there is the E. As you can see, it's not a lot of effort for the E. Just going to go E, and then all it is it's basically a smile which has been slightly widened. It's like you just widen your mouth a little. Or the easiest way to say it, I suppose, is the mouth doesn't go up. So we'll select the side of the mouth there, rotate it slightly, move it. Something like that. That's about what you'd expect for an E shape. So it's like E, E. It's just a widening of the mouth. Kind of like a smile, but you're not actually smiling. Fantastic. So that is it for all of the lower face shape keys. We're going to quickly save this before Blender crashes, as it's so famous in doing. Let's go hydrant 1. And then we can move on from here.